get unstuck, to move into the next level of your life, there's uncertainty. That's scary. So your ego is just trying to keep you safe. It's just your friend. And where your limiting beliefs came from. As you went back and you started reflecting and doing your homework, I hope new memories arose where people said or did things to you. And at the time, perhaps you didn't realize it had impact. But now that you've reflected back, you're like, oh, I remember. And how to process the impact of your limiting beliefs. So where it is in the body, how to move through it, how to understand when it's coming up, and how to also know what those limiting beliefs are doing to serve you. So your homework was to think about how it serves you. So before we go into this week's meditation, I want you to think about all that stuff I just talked about. Bring it into a little ball in your mind. So everything everyone ever said, how that served you, how that's kept you safe. Just put it in a little ball. And then I want you to just take that ball and I want you to imagine it sitting in your right hand. And then with your left hand, I want you to keep it open. Remember, the ball in the right hand is all those limiting beliefs and how they served you. And then we're going to do the same thing we always do. We're going to plant our feet. We're going to plant our bum, erect our spine so energy can flow seamlessly through us. And we're going to keep that little ball in our right hand facing up on our knee, and our left hand is just going to be open to receiving. We're going to do our box breathing again. 4, 4, 4, 4. This time I'm not going to count you through it. I'll just let you know when we're changing from breath to emptiness to exhale to breath so that we can breathe together. When you're ready. Just a couple clearing breaths. A reminder, we're going to go in for the count of 4 in the diaphragm. That belly pushes out. We're going to hold the nothingness for 4. We're going to exhale. When we think we have nothing left, we're going to push a little more. And then we're going to hold in the empty space for 4. We're going to do this 3 times before proceeding to our meditation. And we still have that ball in our right hand and our left hand is open for receiving. Breath in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And then this one, I'm going to just let you do at your own pace. Just 1 or 2 at your own pace. Okay, now I just want you to sit, feel your feet firmly planted on the ground, that Mother Earth energy flowing up through your feet, all through your body, creating a bubble of protection around you, safety, love, compassion, healing. All of those energies are swirling around in this bubble that you're sitting in. You feel light, weightless, almost like nothingness. There's a weight on your right side. It's like an anchor. Every other part of you feels limitless. This heavy right hand is what's tying you to the ground so that your bubble stays stationary. Your left hand is feeling empty, light. You have an image of just reaching over and lifting that weight out of your right hand, but you don't. You stay tied to the land. You stay tied to Mother Earth. Your left hand decides it will connect into the heavens. It will connect into the stardust. It will connect into the sun and the moon and the galaxies and everything unseen and unknown. And with that right hand keeping us anchored, that left hand is stretching our possibilities, widening that bubble, expanding our presence, growing our space. As we start to look around, we realize that our bubble is massive, still anchored, but growing, spreading, expanding. We start to look down and we feel that we can see the whole world. But that left hand is still plugged in, still receiving. There's a white light that's permeating into the palm of that left hand. That hand is tingling. It's connected to something more. Our third eye can feel and see and sense how much more is out there, while our right hand keeps us grounded in the reality of the world we live in. We sit with both hands on our lap. We decide what we're going to leverage today, what is going to serve us. We stay balanced in the equanimity of what is, the grounding of Mother Earth, the universal energy from the skies above. We sit with this yin and yang, ebb and flow, weight and lightness. And at this very moment, we realize in our bubble that we are protected, that we can create what we want, and that only we can decide how much or how little of the left or the right we're going to allow to steer our bubble in life. That energy goes through our palms, up our arms, and it meets in our heart. The weight, the lightness, it's dancing in our heart space, letting us know that it all serves us. It's all brought us to where we are. And it will empower our future. Now we come back to this place in time and we let that bubble drift away. But we know now that it's in our heart space and we can pull on this ancestral wisdom whenever we choose to. With that, we know we are loved. We are worthy. We are protected. And we will be healed. Namaste. Okay. How are your right and your left hands feeling? It's almost like a juggling match, right? Did you feel that weight there? It's kind of cool to play in that realm of the third eye. But the purpose of that meditation was to let you know that that weight is okay sometimes, to keep us centered and grounded in understanding of our past. While we come and we create something net new, it doesn't mean we have to forget. It doesn't mean we have to leave what was serving us in the past. We can keep it all together. We don't have to choose one or the other. So now that we know how our limiting beliefs are serving us and how maybe they're not serving us, let's jump into our learning objectives for the day. We want to understand our purpose of feelings. So if you remember earlier, I talked about the situation, the thought, the emotion, the situation, or the action, then the situation. So that emotion for women, it can be very triggering, just the word emotion, because we are taught as females, especially, don't be so emotional. Well, emotions can be a superpower if we can learn the purpose of them. The power of forgiveness, we always hear that forgiveness is important, but forgiveness is more important for you than it is for the other person.
Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe and follow me. And also, if you want some other content, hit me up on Tara Mishral Speaks on Instagram, or join my inner circle at taramishral.com. You will be the first to receive new content when it drops, as well as the first to get the Women's Spotlight. Learn about other amazing women in our local community that are up to big things. Thanks again, with love and light. Until next time, guys.